broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of Good evening, Ms. Colella, members of the North Reading School Committee, Dr. Troughton, faculty, staff, parents, guests, relatives, friends, and most of all, members of the class of 2001. To the class of 2001, I ask you to ponder the following three statements. Be prepared to adapt, be willing to risk, be eager to dream. Congratulations, and may you follow those dreams. Dr. Troughton will now deliver the charge to the graduates.
What a glorious evening for graduation for the class of 2001. As superintendent of schools, it is my honor and privilege to extend my best wishes and my sincerest congratulations to each of you, the members of the class of 2001. Your family, your friends, your teachers are gathered here this evening to celebrate your accomplishments, to wish you well, and to confer upon you a diploma in recognition of your fulfillment of the requirements of graduation from North Reading High School. Tonight marks the 44th graduation exercise for North Reading High School. As in the past, the annual ritual of high school graduation will be played out countless times in high schools across our country. Pomp and circumstance will guide the procession of capped and gowned graduates onto a field or a stage. The national anthem will be sung. Sage words will be spoken, and diplomas will be conferred. Balloons, flowers, smiles, hugs, and kisses will mark the special occasion of your graduation from high school. Yet, this is no ordinary event. For each graduate, tonight is your special moment. On behalf of the staff and the North Reading School Committee, I extend to you, the members of the class of 2001, my sincere congratulations and best wishes as you begin your new journey beyond the walls and fields of North Reading High School. Each year as superintendent of schools, it is my special honor to leave the graduates with some final words of wisdom. And in addition to the opportunity to wish you well and to join with others in the celebration of your accomplishments, the charge to the graduates affords me a brief opportunity, once again, to connect your graduation from our high school in North Reading with our mission as a school district. And that mission has aimed to challenge and encourage you to be thinking and creative and responsible individuals who are confident and committed to excellence, service, and lifelong learning. Tonight, your graduation marks the evidence that we've achieved our mission. Through 13 years of schooling, your teachers, your coaches, your advisors have laid the foundation for lifelong learning. Each year, the theme for the Charge to the Graduates emerges in a different manner. It may be sparked by an event that screams for attention and recognition, or it may simmer in a conversation, a piece of writing, or a momentary thought or recollection. I reread the charges from previous years to avoid the temptation of repetition. And although pomp and circumstance is an annual tradition, it is impossible to recycle Charlie Brown, the Millennium, the Spirit of St. Louis, or Dr. Seuss. This year, the theme for my message emerged during my recent pilgrimage to the Boston Pops. In honor of 2001, John Williams conducted a musical selection in tribute to Stanley Kubrick's 2001, A Space Odyssey. And images from Kubrick's 1968 film were projected on a screen above the orchestra. The images of that strange monolith, the dawning of civilization, the voyages to Mars and Jupiter, and that diabolical computer named HAL, and the fantastic travel through time were synchronized with the musical score. These images mean no more to me now than when I first viewed the film in 1968, the year of my own high school graduation. And as I watched the images flash by and listened to the music, I was transported both back in time and into the future. In 1968, visions of the year 2001 seemed distant and incomprehensible. Kubrick's vision of the future was both haunting and surreal. To Kubrick, the year 2001 was a world dominated by technology and space travel. For us, however, as we look forward from 2001, perhaps the significance here can be found in the word Odyssey. Each of you, the members of the class of 2001, is ready to embark on your own Odyssey. An Odyssey is no mere trip. An Odyssey is an adventure. Typically, the destination is unknown, and what lays ahead remains to be discovered. Filled with anticipation, excitement, and adventure, the accounts of Odysseys are the stuff of legends and the chronicles of history. Consider Homer's epic tale of the Greek hero. Odysseus traveled for 12 years in his quest to return home to his beloved Ithaca and his wife Penelope. And along the way, Odysseus encountered many obstacles that stood to impede his homeward journey. Consider also Lewis and Clark's odyssey across this continent in their quest to find the Northwest Passage. Historian Stephen Ambrose chronicled their 3-year exploration in his book Undaunted Courage. Similarly, recent museum exhibits documented Sir Ernest Shackleton's odyssey to the Antarctic in his ship, the Endurance, and his heroic effort to rescue his crew against all odds. And whether through the accounts of early exploration or in the futuristic images of Kubrick's film, an odyssey evokes a sense of adventure and a sense of new beginning. You, the members of the class of 2001, are ready to set out on your odyssey. Your parents and your teachers have helped you to prepare for this journey. And as you plan for your odyssey, I urge you to include the following items in your pack. First, be sure to bring a moral compass. A moral compass, unlike one influenced by the Earth's magnetic core or one linked to a satellite in orbit, will be needed to guide you along a straight path. You will come to many crossroads for which no maps are drawn or for which no onboard GPS will respond. Undoubtedly, you will encounter many unanswerable questions and need to make some pretty ethical decisions. A moral compass will help you to make that right choice. I'd also urge you to bring a large box that contains the ingredients continuous curiosity for learning. Regardless of your future direction, there will always be something new to learn. Never be satisfied with quick answers or instant knowledge. Your teachers have inspired you to be lifelong learners, so to be sure to keep that light of learning shining brightly throughout your odyssey. Be also sure to find in your pack space for commitment and service. Along your odyssey, you will learn the importance of giving back to your community and to those less fortunate than you. Leadership and character are built around commitment and service. I also recommend you pack vials of gratitude. It's essential that you don't take the special gifts of life, your family, your friends, your talent, and your health for granted. Learn how to say thank you. And finally, fill your pack with joy and love. These items need no special packing instructions, but be sure to include an unlimited supply of these important provisions, as your journey will be a long one. I suggest that if you pack these items, you will be ready to begin your personal odyssey. You're off to a great adventure, and when you return, you'll have a marvelous story to tell. Oh yes, based upon my experience as a parent, I'd recommend one last item in your pack, a stack of prepaid phone cards. And this will allow you to call home and keep your parents connected. I do understand Mrs. O'Brien has some for special arrangements. Finally, congratulations, best wishes on your odyssey, and God bless.
Welcome, Chairperson of the School Committee, Mrs. Colella, members of the School Committee, Dr. Troten, Dr. Papagiotis, Mr. Pesci, faculty and staff of North Reading High School, family, friends, and members of the class of 2001. We are here today to celebrate our graduation, our moving on to the next stage in life. For some of us, this may be school, and for others, it may be a jump to the real world. Whatever it is, we are all here today together. 2 weeks ago, I was asked to make a speech at graduation, which really made me think about the past 4 years I have spent with my class. I realized that I haven't really gotten to know very many of you, and vice versa. I mainly focused on skating, as some of you may know, for most of my high school career, and only this year started exploring more of life. Then I thought about a saying I have heard one too many times. Enjoy it while you're there, because high school is the best 4 years of your life. Well, I have to say that I hope they are wrong, because I feel that the best years are yet to come. I know I am not the only one who feels this way, and I do not regret what I have done, because at the time, it is what I enjoyed. Now, I can move on to enjoy different things. Once I reflected, I thought, what am I going to say to my class? I asked my friends some of their opinions, and the most popular piece of advice I got was to say something cool. Well, this was a tough one. What would be cool to say at a graduation? I didn't want to make a typical graduation speech, so instead, here are some random bits of advice gathered from friends, books, and my own life experiences. Treat everyone you meet as you would want to be treated. Strive for excellence, not perfection. No matter how close they may be to perfection, no one is perfect. Don't quit a job until you've lined up another one. Don't carry grudges. Believe it or not, it hurts you more than it hurts the person you are mad at. Don't be deceived by first impressions. There is more to a person than meets the eye.
Okay.
Don't let your life wait for other people. Remember that there are some rules that were just meant to be broken. Spend at least one day speaking in the third person. Instead of waiting for life to get better, do something about it. When going to a concert, always make sure you have your ticket before you get halfway there. Avoid overexposure to the sun, unless, of course, red is your color.
If you have the chance, dance. Don't sweat the small stuff. 10 years from now, all the stuff we freak out about won't even matter. Call friends just to say hi. You never know. You just might make someone's day. Don't get on the highway if your gas tank is empty. You might run into traffic. When they say that life isn't fair, they're right. Give people a second chance. Maybe not a third, but definitely a second. Take naps.
Okay.
Smile, even and especially if you are feeling down. It has been scientifically proven that a smile makes one feel better. Be original and be open to new ideas. If it hurts, don't do it again. Sometimes smart people do very, very stupid things. Trust me, I know. Don't be afraid to get too close to someone. Remember, the Commonwealth Ave and Newbury Street do not cross. Ignoring things is not going to make them go away. A strong person will face anything. Listen to music and explore what's out there. There is more than just what is popular and what is on the radio. For some reason, time always seems to be the answer. If you ever have a problem, just remember that everything takes time. Remember that someone you truly love may be right in front of you. Don't take him or her for granted. Slow down and enjoy life. Today, too many people move too fast. If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. Then give up. There is no sense in being ridiculous about it. Remember that if you can laugh at yourself and your own downfalls, then you will be fine. Not everything was meant to be set on fire. You can't be really passionate about everything. Focus on the few things that mean the most to you. Talk to people every now and then whom you wouldn't usually talk to. Maybe you have more in common than you think. In the words of musician Billy Corgan, time is never time at all. It's never really too late, and even if you think it is, it's better late than never. Everyone feels awkward now and then. It's normal. Murphy's Law generally applies. If you leave something at home or in your locker, that will be the one day that you need it. Every once in a while, do something that scares you. Sing in the shower, or in your car, or walking down the street. Just sing. Never forget your friends. Keep in touch with those who have touched your heart and those who have only made appearances. Remember, you never know when you are making a memory. That comes later. And I leave you with the words of singer Billy Joel. So many faces, in and out of our lives. Some will last, some will just be now and then. Life is a series of hellos and goodbyes, and I'm afraid it's time for goodbye again. Thank you, and good luck to the class of 2001 in whatever you choose to pursue or wherever you choose to go.
I knew I wasn't right on that.
Okay, before I get going, on behalf of the class, I'd just like to mention a few people that deserve our thanks. To Mr. Bell, Mrs. Canavan, Mr. Conway, Mr. Devon, Mr. Pritchard, Mrs. Thompson, Mr. Alvarado, Mr. Billings, and Mr. Stevens. Like us graduates, you finished your careers at North Reading High School, and we'd like to thank you for all your hard work and dedication over the years, and wish you luck in all your future endeavors. also to our families and our parents especially. Words cannot express our gratitude to you because without your love and support, none of us would be here today. Remember back to the days when square dancing was the ultimate form of torture? Your cheeks burning as you tried to avoid making eye contact with your partner. The waves of humiliation that turned inside you at the first sound of country music. And the feeling of your partner's loose, sweaty grip. Remember years later, when slow dancing was no longer a torturous event, but rather an absolute sign of 6th grade coolness? Now remember, just a few days ago at the prom, that your heart briefly sank during the final chords of I'll Remember, when it hit you that it was probably the last time you'd dance with all your childhood friends, and you wished that your reign as a senior could last just a little bit longer. Remember when stress meant missing the bus? Or when the back seat was a symbol of strength and seniority? Now think back and try to remember when taking the bus became your last resort, only for the days when your car was in the shop, no friends could give you a ride, and your only alternative was to walk. Have you ever noticed that what were once earth-shattering experiences, such as that first slow dance at the Congo, or attaining that spot at the back of the school bus, have gradually faded into mere details? When put in perspective, your fears 4 years ago about Freshman Friday were nothing compared to your current panic about college or work. And at what point during the last 10 years or so, when you remembered your experiences square dancing, did you stop sweating and start to smile? It's amazing when you look back and see how as your world grows larger, your perspective seems to change. Since the days of recess and cherishing the backseat of the bus, our perspectives have matured, and during high school, we have established a new definition of what's important. Over the past 4 years, we've won countless Cal titles and represented North Reading in the States in sports such as volleyball, golf, basketball, hockey, wrestling, cheering, baseball, softball, track, and my personal favorite, soccer. We took to the stage to portray characters in shows like Fiddler on the Roof, And Then There Were None, My Fair Lady, and A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. We've studied in Nicaragua and Spain, performed in an award-winning band, and with a little bit of spray paint and a lot of heart, we've created one of the best displays of outdoor artwork around. But at some point during the next few years, when we remember running through the hoop into the gym at the start of the last Thanksgiving pep rally, eating lunch in the courtyard, taking the field as a Hornet for the last time, watching the curtain close on our final Maskers production, or seeing the countdown posted at the top of C-Wing reach single digits, we will not be sad. Our perspectives will have changed, and importance and success will have whole new meanings. As unimaginable as it seems standing here right now, I know that this day also will eventually take its place among my old memories. Maybe it will happen the day I go to college, or the morning of commencement at UMass, or the day when I land my first real job. More likely though, high school graduation will be replaced gradually by each of my new experiences over the next several years. In my mind, success will never be represented by the pieces of paper we're going to receive today, because this is simply a celebration of all the success we've had at this level. Very soon, as we start the next phases of our lives, and our worlds extend beyond each other and beyond North Reading High School, our perspectives will change yet again, and we will redefine what's significant. No matter where we're headed, each of us is about to gain a new, broader perspective. Yet nothing we've experienced and nothing we've accomplished here at NRHS has been in vain. Through all of our accomplishments over the last 4 years, we've developed the confidence on which we can build our future success. All the dances, bus rides, last days, practices, games, rehearsals, performances, pep rallies, and spray-painted names have become the pieces of today. And eventually, graduation will take its place among our old memories as one of the pieces with which we can create our tomorrows. It's only an ending in the sense that we will no longer see the world through our high school perspective. All of our high school memories that we celebrate today will become the next layer of our foundations. And upon these memories, each of us can move forward and begin to build our own futures. So to the class of 2001, it's been an honor to be part of such an awesome group of people for so long. So congratulations, good luck, and go out there and kick some butt.
Good evening. After spending 4 years together here, the time has finally come for us to head our separate ways. As intimidating as it may seem to be venturing into new territories, it is a challenge we must face if we are to attain our maximum potential. Now we have reached that moment of change. Some of us may have hoped to delay this longer, whereas others may have been eagerly awaiting its arrival. It will no longer do us any good to blame others for our mistakes, a tendency many have adopted in the face of adversity over the years. Instead, it is time to take responsibility for who we are and to stop faulting others for achievements we have yet to attain. As the playwright George Bernard Shaw once said, quote, "People are always blaming their circumstances for what they are. The people who get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances they want, and if they can't find them, make them." End quote. With these words in mind, we can find encouragement and seek means for self-improvement instead of blaming our failures on someone else's accomplishments. Only until we are able to accept our own flaws will we be able to initiate our move toward improvement. So what does all this have to do with change, one might wonder? Basically, in order to progress, we must be willing to accept the changes that must be made along the way and to take risks. According to Shaw, quote, "Progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything," end quote. Essentially then, the first step toward progression requires overcoming fixed feelings that we have or certain beliefs that we have failed to reevaluate. By adding to our beliefs and considering every possibility associated with a particular situation, we will be able to mature and depart from that shallow world of our existence. Those who remain overly content with their current state and are therefore unwilling to take risks have already halted their progression, whether they realize it or not. After all, one who lives a life of self-satisfaction will rarely be able to advance and make the most of oneself. It is time to challenge and improve ourselves through the failures and obstacles we must overcome. Without taking risks and facing challenges, we will forever remain fixed in the same spot, a destination that hardly seems exciting or productive. The struggles that we face are necessary for our future accomplishments and victories. Progression cannot occur without taking risks and venturing into unfamiliar domains. Despite the general fear people hold about change, life will only offer the most to those who acknowledge their mistakes and are willing to explore new possibilities. I would now like to take this moment to thank my parents for their love and encouragement, as well as my sister Rita and brother Osbert, whose pressuring, teasing, and whatnot have helped me become the person I am today, for better or for worse. Thank you also to the faculty members for their instruction and guidance. In closing, I would like to share one last saying with my classmates. You cannot discover new oceans unless you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. Thank you, and good luck to the class of 2001.
pleasure at this time to announce the scholarships and awards for the class of 2001. We ask that all recipients please stand and remain standing, and would ask you to please hold your applause until all the recipients have been recognized. The James R. and Barbara Aylwood Memorial Scholarship, Heather Gregory. Nedio E. and Mary Barrasso Memorial Scholarship, David Fiore, Clara Chen. Nancy Freeman Memorial Scholarship, Jacqueline Weatherby. Joseph Gavin Keep the Faith Memorial Scholarship, Vincent Dwyer. Stephen Gregory Memorial Scholarship, Drew Kanan. James Gregory Hannon Memorial Scholarship, Melissa Stewart. Edith Holt Memorial Scholarship, Christopher Furlong. Robert Hunt Memorial Scholarship, Matthew Cicchini. Frank and Glenn Kenrick Memorial Scholarships, Nathan Chesley, Jennifer Perrin. Reading, North Reading Chamber of Commerce Scholarship, Maria Lisa Marciano. E. Ethel Little School Scholarships, Joseph Anderson, Susan Bell.
Like all?
Nicholas Martino Memorial Scholarships, Thomas Tone, Katie Lynn O'Rourke. Walter Miller Memorial Scholarship, Matthew Cicchini. Michael Midden Memorial Scholarship, Rebecca Jervy. Mount Carmel Order of the Eastern Star Scholarship, Soterios Pensopoulos. Moynihan Lumber Company Scholarship, Kimberly Roberts. North Reading YMCA Scholarship, Christopher Susi. North Reading Education Association Scholarship, Bethany Luongo. North Reading Little League Scholarship, Ryan Dolan. North Reading Youth Football Association Scholarships, Drew Kanan, Thomas Tone. North Reading Music Boosters Scholarships, Jennifer Cornetta, Clara Chen, Timothy Gramsdorff, Peter Papavasilio. North Reading Rotary Club Scholarship, Melissa Stewart. North Reading Youth Basketball Scholarship, Gregory Ventura, Andrea Giannatasio. North Reading Youth Soccer, Matthew Carney, Christopher DeStaso, Emily Dodge, Melissa Stewart, Gregory Ventura. North Reading Youth Softball, Andrea Giannatasio, Maria Lisa Marciano. Edward Sapienza Scholarship, Thomas Tone. Bonnie Symes Memorial Scholarship, Emily Dodge. James Skinner Memorial Scholarship, Jason Montanaro. Richard Smith Memorial Scholarship, Vanessa Russo. North Reading Golden Age Scholarship, Christopher DeStaso. Nicholas Morano Memorial Scholarship, Jennifer Cornetta. The League of Women Voters Scholarship, Kristen Maraska. Ellsworth Croswell Memorial Scholarship, Kristen Reska. Peter Bruno Memorial Scholarships, Timothy Gramsoff, Laura Stanton. Edward J. and Phyllis E. Coakley Scholarship, Janet Burney. Stephen L. Burt, Class of 91, Memorial Scholarship, Matthew Allen. Catherine Welsh Memorial Scholarship, Peter Stratigakis. Additional scholarships and awards, the North Reading Cultural Council Scholarship, Jennifer Cornetta. The Elk Scholarship, Melissa Stewart. Walmart Scholarship, Kimberly Roberts. Massachusetts AFL-CIO Scholarship, Rachel Sapienza. National Organization of Emblem Club Supreme Scholarship Award, Andrew P. Cruteau. Lester Levy Scholarship Athlete Awards, Christopher Susi and Emily Dodge.
Where do you want me?
Have been selected as Dollars for Scholars. Melissa Stewart. Kimberly Roberts. Kristen Reska. Kristen Maraska.
Can't.
Vanessa Russo.
There we go.
Sotidius Pensopoulos. Christopher Susi. Ryan Dolan. Jacqueline Weatherby. Heather Gregory, Thomas Tone, Christopher Furlong, April Schrenker, Michael Silvestro, Andrea Giantasio, Rebecca Jervy, Jennifer Cornetta, Kyle Johns, Emily Dodge, Katie Lynn O'Rourke, Christopher DeStaso, Jacqueline Bergeron, Gregory Ventura, Jason Montanaro, Michael Foley, Nathan Chesley, Vincent Dwyer, Jessica Federico, Laura Stani, Crystal Francis, Lindsay Polito, and Ty Bassapoli.
Where do you want me now? Zoom in.
Good evening.
There you go.
On behalf of the North Reading School Committee, I welcome you to the class of 2001. This is a very special day for you, your families and your friends. Graduation, a bridge from one chapter of your life to another. There will be future bridges for you to cross. Though they may not be this public, you will cross them. Some will be more memorable than others. This is also a very proud and special day for me. 31 years ago tonight, on June 12, 1970, I sat where you now sit, probably in the very same chairs, and I think with maybe just a few of the same teachers. 17 years old and graduating from North Reading High School. To be honest, if I had not dug out my diploma, I would not have remembered who handed it to me. I will never forget that Arthur Kenney was our principal. The field we now stand on is named in his honor. Dr. Benson was the superintendent, his son one of my classmates. I'm sure there were speeches. There must have been. I'm sure that in 1970, our graduation speakers had many prophetic words for us. Vietnam was still strongly in our midst. We held our classmates very close. Still in all, what was said at graduation was lost as soon as their words were spoken. We just wanted to throw those hats you're wearing into the air and get to the all-night party, and then, as was then the custom, to spend the rest of the weekend at Plum Island. I could stand here and say nothing more than blah, 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 and you would still never remember it. Nevertheless, I would like to read you a poem, one that has been among my favorites since high school. The title is simple, and its last line was always gender neutral to me. Maybe someday you will come across it, and it will spark a memory. If, by Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired of waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies. Or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good or talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which say to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiven minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything in it, and which is more, will be a manly son. I'm not sure I truly understood its meaning upon first having read it. However, as I crossed my bridges, I would occasionally seek it out, read it, and ponder its meaning. Courage. I still occasionally seek it out, read it, and reflect on its meaning. Have courage as you cross your bridges. You may stumble on some, you may fall on others, and some you will even skip across. But have the courage to take the first step. Take the opportunity, after you've crossed, to turn around and hold out your hand in assistance to someone else facing the task. Give back through community service a portion of what you have received. Finally, if you ever have the chance, come to graduation 5 or 10 or 20 or 31 years from now and be proud. Your bridges may keep you here in North Reading or take you to far-off lands, but you will always be a Hornet. Congratulations and Godspeed.
Ms. Colella and Mr. Pesci will now confer the diplomas.
Jason D. McKeon. Rebecca Bennett Jervey. Jason Ryan Montanaro. Michael Vincent Silvestro. Andrea Louise Giannatasio. Soterios Pensopoulos. Melissa Karen Stewart. Heather Patricia Gregory. Clara B. Chen. Emily Cliff Dodge. Jacqueline Ann Bergeron. Ryan Thomas Brooks. Susan C. Bell.
You can go straight.
Richard Hastings Bell. Denise Mary Lee Barrett. Keith David Barr. Nicole Andra. Stephen W. Austin. Katie Marie Anderson. Joseph John Anderson. Matthew J. Allen. Janelle A. Delicia. James Cataldo III. Diana Rose Daly. Jared Bob Carroll. Lauren Michelle Cornetta. Matthew Carney. Jennifer Lynn Cornetta. Philip Carboni. Sophia Cooper. Drew B. Kanan. Michelle Lee Brown. Sean N. Brown. Christopher Michael DeStaso. Gabriella Houtman. Adam Nicholas DiGiovanni. Tiffany Kristen Haggard. Andrew Paul Proto. Chandra Helwig Gillespie. David M. Cavell. Erin Nicole Garvey. Stephen James Corielli. Crystal Jean Ransom. Jonathan P. Chesley. Jessica Federico. Matthew R. Cicchini. Christopher Zane Furlong. Andrea J. McDonald. Michael Patrick Foley. Bethany Ann Luongo. David James Fiore. Christina M. Lucci. Stephen Patrick Farris. Ty Koo Lee. Vincent Dwyer. Jesse LaVeca. Ryan Patrick Dolan. Lauren R. Caravan. Shane Martin Doherty. Nicole Lorraine Howard. Jennifer Ann Herring. Brendan J. Malone. Katie Lynn Courvois. Ryan Charles Lavoie. Nicole Marie O'Leary. Athos Corculis. Joanna Marie Morel. Kyle Lewis John. Adrian Claire Miranda. Timothy J. Ramsdorf. Laura Marshall. Michael Goodwin Jr. Maria Lisa Marciano. Thomas Goddard Jr. Kristen Marie Maraska. Lori Leanne Richardson. Goddard Pinkham. Penny Jean Richards. Matthew William Penny. Kristen Ann Resco. Jason Arvard Parker. Colleen Riley. Peter Papabasilio. Ashley Ann Popolo. John Peter Orr. Lindsay Lee Polito. Robert Monk. Meredith K. Piscatelli. Stephen Joseph Muskowski. Heather Marie Payton. Anthony Mills. Mark M. Tringali. Laura Stunt. Thomas Tone. April Lynn Schrenker. Peter F. Sylvia. Rachel Diane Sapienza. Peter Strategakis. Vanessa Lynn Russo. Graham Stein. Rebecca Jill Russo. James Sproul V. Megan Rogers. Christopher Mark Susan. Andrea Lee Rogers. Luigi Anthony Samantha. Kimberly Ann Roberts. Eric Joseph Robinson. Diane Marie Zarella. Christine Ann Zacula. Erica Lee Willie. Jacqueline Weatherby. Janet T. Burney. Rachel Yvonne Whitmore. Lauren Ann Van Latham. Andrea Lynn Bisaki. Lisa Marie Tutroni. Linda Marie Ventura. Jessica D. Thomas. Jillian Tui. Andrew Douglas Weinert. Laurel Lee Tremblay. Joshua J. Jennifer Lynn Tassie. Gregory F. Ventura. Marie Cecilia Tellini. Tyson Vassapoli. Danielle Strode.
Alright, I'm going to make this quick. We don't want to keep you guys here any longer, but yeah, sure. As class president and backed by the rest of my fellow officers, I'd like to wish you guys all luck in class of 2001. I'm going to miss you all. And I want to thank everyone for being here, family, relatives, friends, and Dr. Papagiotis, Mr. Pesci, Dr. Troden, the rest of the administration, and all the teachers for helping us out throughout the years. Thank you. I'd also like to present the class gift of 2001 will be a new podium, I guess, to replace the one I'm standing at right now. So we don't have it right now, but that's our class gift for the school. So.
All right, I guess I'm done. Woo!
Let's make some noise! Let's go!
Congratulations. Congratulations. Oh. See you
What's wedding rules?